Hello, my name is Gennady Kozak. I would like to tell you how Pypilot, designed by Sean Depigny, works when mounted on a boat. So, this is my boat. This is a Swedish boat called Window 35. Well, actually, it's called Window 50, but it is actually 35 feet long. Okay, and the autopilot is basically right here. This is solar panel charge controller. As you can see, I have two solar panels here, one over there and one over there. Each one is 100 watts. So they provide electricity going to this charge controller. The charge controller has wires going down to the batteries over there, and from batteries wires are going up, and there's a load here. This is load. The one, the light bulb, this one on the right shows that load is on. Okay, and the load in this case is the computer Raspberry Pi in the casing, white casing made by me on a 3D printer with clear glass, actual plastic here, and some insulation here, black kind of rubber, as you can see here. Okay, and it is insulated here with some well, I forgot what it's called. Anyway, so this is the Pypilot, actually a Raspberry Pi with a head which has a compass and a screen, and it is now in standby mode. And this button right here shows that it is on, and it gets its electricity from here, which is a converter from 12 volts, which it gets from well, it converts 12 volts to 5 volts going to the computer. So computer, you can say, is the brain, and this is the muscles. This provides juice going to the motor. As you can see here, there is a 10 amp fuse. So this box right here, it can be purchased from Sean Depigny. Go to his store. I will give a link in the description. And this computer you can buy online, and Sean will provide you with a head, this head, the screen and a compass. Okay. Now for the motor, I use a regular windshield wipers motor for like $35. I will give a link in the description. And as you can see, the motor is in the casing right here, and the motor has a little like this white wheel which drives the belt, right? And all of this was 3D printed. I will insert a short video of how I do 3D printing on a boat. Okay, and two wires going here, right there, and they are connected to this little orange casing cave. You see that there's installation there. This is also 3D printed, right? It's instead of the old autopilot. So the wires are going down this thing, and they are connected to this motor controller. The motor controller, as you can see, gets its power from the load on the charge controller, on this solar panel controller. Okay, so I can I can control it in two ways. One is Sean will provide you with this type of radio remote control, and if I press one here, I will press one, and it is on now. The mode is basic, right? And you can see that if there is like a little change of course, the steering wheel is moving in the desired direction. So, for example, right now it is 203 and 203, so we are on course. But let's say let's now it's 202, and it will still, if it will continue going to the east, then the wheel will turn to the right. Well, now, or for example, let's say we want to go. Let's say I will go like this. I will press 5, and as you can see, this changed to 193. And our course is now 205. So obviously we want to go more east. So I would expect some movement to the left. Okay. Let's see, let's try change this 203. Now it's to the right. Let's change a little bit 204, 205, 206. So I expect the wheel to move to the right now. And you can see that it is doing that. For example, a little bit more to the right, a little bit more to the right. And as you can see, this works fine. Okay, so one way to control it is with this thing. Now we'll turn it off with button number 2, standby mode. Now, second way to control it is with a telephone. Now, since I'm using the telephone to make this video, I will show you the same thing on a computer. So what I do on a computer, you can do on a telephone. Right now, we are connected to the Wi-Fi called, as you can see here, Open Platter. Right? There is no internet, but it is connected to the Wi-Fi, which is coming from this computer. Okay. So what I need to do here is in the command line here, I will type HTTP. Okay. Not YouTube, of course. HTTP. 2 dots. 2 slashes. 10.10, not 10.10.10.1 and 800. This is the address. As you can see immediately, I get this display for the autopilot, like a usual display you would expect from a regular controller. Okay. So the same thing will be done on your telephone if you push, if you insert 10.10.10.1 2 dots 800. Okay, this address right here. So that means the computer is now connected, or your telephone can be connected to this computer. Okay, And now you can turn it on with this button here. I mean, this is a Russian language panel, but you can get the same thing in English. And as you can see now, it is on, and this is on now, as you can see, right? It's in a basic mode. And now we can steer it using, oh, it's already steering here. Anyway, we can steer it using these buttons. For example, we go 10 to the left, and it should start moving to the left. Right? And the steering wheel is moving this quadrant here, which controls the rudder, the bottom of the boat. As you can see, this is moving because the steering wheel is moving, and it is moved by the motor over there. So we can turn this off now, like this, and it is in standby mode now, right here. And so basically, this is how autopilot is connected on this boat. One more detail, I want to say that for the motor, look at the bottom, I use this black slider. This black slider I bought on Amazon. It's basically used for adjusting the screen of LCD, your computer display. So this basically, it can slide back and forth. I put a stopper here, right? I made myself, so I can take this out. Now I can slide this off, right? As you can see, and now I can take this rubber band off, and now I can move the wheel in a manual fashion with my hand. And again, I can I can put this on here, slide it all the way back, all the way to the left, then to the front, it clicks, right? And now once it clicks, I can put this in to secure it, and now it's ready for autopilot work. So this is how I improvised to make a motor for the autopilot. Actual motor stand. The motor stand has this, it is standing on there's a bracket, as you can see there, a metal bracket, and a wooden kind of a platform. So that's the way it works. I hope this pretty much explains everything. So thank you for your attention. This was Gennady Kozak. I made a Pypilot designed by Sean Depignay. Thank you.